juice.
What kind of pizza do you do?
We're recording, FYI.
Hey!
What?
We are,
wrong with
we
you?
are back!
Why are you yelling?
Back, baby! Back, baby! We are back. Welcome everybody to this week's episode. And we got a great episode today. We have a special guest chiming in here in a few minutes. Mr. Tony Walker, ex-Indianapolis Colts. If you ever see Tony in person, he is a massive guy. He is like, his shoulders are up. I can't even get in the camera. Shoulders are like that big.
What position did he play?
Middle linebacker.
Of course.
And
that makes sense.
big guy. The nicest guy in the world. Very talented guy. Not just an athlete, but a businessman, a musician, a very talented guy. He can play multiple instruments. Yeah, Tony Walker's he's a force to be reckoned with. I know he does a lot with the Retired Players Association, and he did get a a shout out at the Colts game on the Jumbotron where they played some of his most memorable plays and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you're not a Colts fan, then you're probably not going to really remember Tony Walker, but
or a sports person. I don't know who he is, but I'm curious to know who he is outside of his job. So we'll get into that. So stay tuned for that interview. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I can't complain, I guess.
What are you holding back on? Let's talk.
I don't hold back on nothing.
Talk it out. Share.
No, back on nothing. Everything is copacetic.
Well, I'm frustrated as hell.
Oh, what are you frustrated about?
I'm trying to get mom a vaccine. A COVID vaccine. And so you go to the website. So I just got an email saying that she was approved because I've tried 5 different ways and means to get her on the list. And so this one, I finally got something back because it's the federal government came in and it's the federal sites that they're setting up, which is why I was able to get in. So I get an email today and it's like, hey, you've been approved. Click the button below and schedule your appointment at a location. So I pull it up. Of course, the locations near us have no appointments available. And then they had one that's like all the way in North Georgia, like near the Tennessee line. And I click on that thinking, okay, well, let's see, there's nothing, you can't schedule anything on there. So that link lied. So I'm just like, so what am I supposed to do? Sit here and refresh it like every hour?
I say just take her to CVS or something.
They don't have them. They don't have the vaccines at our CVS's here.
What?
Yeah.
You got them here?
Georgia does not have them.
I tell you what, this is just stupid at this point.
It makes no sense. Every state should be the same.
Yeah. Should be the government. I'm not saying the national government should run the program.
I am saying the national government should run the program. I am saying that.
Every state is a little bit different. So if you have a one blanket to cover everything,
but that's the only way you're gonna. I do say you have to work with the states and what because they know their people the best.
Well, what I'm saying is that the national government should be support and backup. So basically, what that is,
But you have
Well,
so
see,
many states who don't even have it together.
I know,
That's
but
the
this is what I'm
problem.
saying. This is what I'm saying. If the national government does that alone, there's guardrails. So the state can't do stupid stuff
Oh, so you're saying
like
that so
like
the
Georgia.
government kind of has a standard, okay, this is what it is,
Yeah,
and you
this is
have
this is this
to
is the parameters.
stay within the guidelines.
Right,
Okay.
right.
I thought you were just saying that each state could just figure out what they're doing because that's what's going on
Oh,
now.
that's what I know. Yeah, it's stupid right now because most states, like in Indiana, is done by county, which is stupid.
It's done
It's
by county
probably
here because I know I have friends whose parents are not. And see, we're unfortunate for us. We're in the largest county in the state of Georgia. And
right.
because of that, we're the largest county and then we're also the largest populated. So I know, honestly, if it wasn't, I probably could, if I wanted to fudge the system, I could get in the car and probably go down to Columbus and get her vaccine. They shouldn't have to do that. Because I don't want
I'll
to
just
take
do it.
vaccine for, yeah, but that's gonna take a workaround too.
Yeah,
But there's people who've already received their second dosage
yeah.
in other
There's
counties here, and it's easy.
well,
They just
there's
call a number and like, oh yeah, you can come in. And like I was talking to my friend, and she was saying that her mom was even like talking to the person scheduling the appointment. The lady was like, well, do you have a neighbor that's within the parameters that you need to come in? So it's like, it just doesn't make sense.
yeah. I know there's we call them vaccine tourists. People going to other states and other parts of the state that they live in to get the
Yeah.
vaccine.
Did you hear about those
These,
two girls that dressed up as older people?
yeah, I
They
heard
got
that.
caught during the second vaccine. I was just like, what?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
And of
People
course, it was in
just
Florida.
wilding out. Of course, it's
Yeah. It's like, how did they
Florida
even
man.
get through? But I don't even understand how they got through. Did they have like a fake license,
Well,
identification? Do they not check your
no, that
identification?
that tells you how broken it is. No, this people just walking up, just getting the vaccine. When they had all that vaccine that was about to go bad, they were just, they were just giving it to everybody. You just
Mm,
walk up.
mm.
I mean, I heard they were asking people. I mean, this is like in a people just walk around the store and say, "Hey, you want the COVID vaccine? Yeah, we got some. If you want some, you can, come on over here."
You say we
Like
didn't
what?
have that here. Like, really? Like, send some of it
I
somewhere
mean,
else. But see, that's just sad because you have counties where you have people like the county that I'm in, like you see on the news, people are very frustrated trying to schedule it for their whether it's a family member, their parents, or even from themselves. Like they can't get a
yeah,
vaccine. It's like it's become a job. And like it shouldn't be this hard to get something
no,
that that you want every American to have access to. It just makes
yeah,
no sense. And then I was talking to Aunt Donna, and she was saying that in Arkansas, the teachers they're all required to get a vaccine.
yeah.
So it's like, and then my friend here, she's like, I want a vaccine, and they're just like, nope, sorry, you don't
Nah,
make the cut.
nah.
So it's just like
Uh,
the inconsistencies just don't make
well,
sense.
the teachers union in Arkansas has always been pretty strong. Um, they've always gotten a lot of support from the community.
That's
So
good. That's
yeah, and
good.
your grandma, she used to be the secretary for their
I'm
entire
not
teachers.
surprised.
Yeah,
She was always
yeah,
the secretary of everything that she was a part of.
she was,
The church, she
she
was the
was.
secretary. Her
So how you
teacher
gonna be?
association, she was the secretary.
How you gonna be the secretary of McDonald's? Why'd you put
What?
that on, grandma?
Wow, she was, wasn't she?
She was secretary of everything.
She was the secretary of her block. I mean, the
Yeah,
neighborhood she lived in.
yeah, she was something else.
Yeah, she was. Now we're all sad thinking about grandma. You are.
Uh,
You were like her
yeah.
special boy.
Huh?
You were her special boy.
At the beginning, when
No,
when I went when I went to
even
college, I wasn't that
no,
special
but see,
anymore.
here's the thing. You still were though. You still were.
Yeah, to a
You
degree.
were.
She let me get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
She let you get away
She
with everything. You were held to a completely different standard than everybody
yeah,
else. Well, everyone else
yeah,
had
grandma.
different standards. Like you had a different standard. I had a different standard. Our cousins had a different standard. I think for me, I
Yeah.
reminded her of mom. And so I just triggered her in a certain way. And she would just be like, just like, I'm not her.
Mhm. Yeah, she definitely was she was something else. She was definitely like like I say like a drama
Queen.
a drama TV show mom. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't like a
It could go either way.
you
Like a good
know
one
what I'm saying, like
or
a no, just she was a standard, mom from a drama TV show. She was an antagonist. She'd walk in a room and then she
give me
she
an
said, "Well, I'm just
example.
gonna."
I need a show. Give me an example of a show. Is I don't know any
Uh,
drama. I'm only thinking like comedies.
oh, like
Like
This Is Us is a drama. I don't really watch drama shows really. Uh,
I was thinking
This
she
Is
was
Us.
more like comedy, like Sophia on the Golden Girls.
Oh no.
Now she
I
had
mean,
her
she
moments
could,
now.
yeah, she could now. She could. Don't get her wrong. She had a sense of humor. Um, but she definitely had a serious side too.
Yeah,
She
she
definitely
did.
had a serious side.
She
So
did.
uh,
She
and
was
she went
she
through
was a very interesting woman. She lived
yeah,
quite a life, traveled
yeah,
around the world. Yeah.
she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. So you know, you really don't think about it how much she actually went through, but
I know.
she went through a lot
What's
of
your
stuff.
favorite memory of grandma?
A favorite memory of grandma. uh,
Curious to see if we have the same one.
I think my favorite memory of grandma is oh yeah. Uh
Oh
man,
no.
this is when I was going to college, right? And I was staying at grandma's house. She lived right down the street from Flander, right? So plus they wanted somebody to stay there with her, so um, 'cause she was getting up there in age. But
No, the neighborhood was rough
so
too.
well, everybody knew grandma, so she didn't
Right.
have any problems really. Honestly, she didn't have any problems.
No,
But
but there's always collateral
oh,
damage
that threat,
occurs.
yeah, yeah, because she lived right down the street from
She lived
21st
across.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
from that show Banging in Little Rock.
gang banging in Little Rock. Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will forever remember
You know
that.
when in the beginning credit,
Her house is in
like
there. Yeah.
15 seconds in there, yeah, they drive right past grandma's house.
Yeah.
But
That's our
um,
claim to fame, everyone. Our grandmother's house
yeah,
was the gang banging in Little Rock documentary.
and right down the street from the governor's mansion,
Yes.
and was friends with Bill Clinton. I'm not
Who
sure if she was
wasn't
friends with
friends
Hillary.
with Bill Clinton though? Like I feel like I was friends with Bill Clinton when he was the governor.
Yeah, because he just run all over the place, and
Yeah.
people just live. He run down 21st Street. Would be no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody knew Bill Clinton. He would jog downtown and get
I
a
always
Big Mac
remember
and a
him.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, I remember he would jog from the mansion to
Mm,
McDonald's. Like really, Bill.
yeah. But anyway, my favorite grandma story is I got home from school and I ordered a Domino's pizza. This one Domino's is good. They terrible to me now, but
Okay.
ordered me a Domino's pizza. And I told Grandma, I said, Grandma, ordered me a pizza. I'm gonna take a shower. If it comes, can you just get it? She's like, yeah, no problem. I said, all right, thanks,
Mm.
Grandma.
Oh no.
So, so I go in there and take a shower, right? And I get out.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, girl, is the pizza coming in? She's like, yeah, it's in the stove. I said, oh, thanks, Grandma. I
Mm.
go, I get it, I'm getting ready. I'm hungry, haven't eaten all day. I open it up, and there's this big old white spot in the middle of my pizza.
The white spot?
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? What is this? Right? And she had the oven on, too. So I was like, hey, girl, what's this white spot in there? She was like, I had a whole old thing of ranch in the refrigerator, and I didn't want it to go bad, so I just put it
Oh
on your pizza for you.
no.
I was like,
I knew she messed it up. You know what I thought she was gonna put on it?
what?
Spaghetti. That woman put spaghetti in
She was spaghetti
everything.
queen. Yeah,
Oh my
I felt
god.
bad.
Had
I felt
taco
bad for Hope.
spaghetti. I, I
I
felt
felt
bad for
bad for
Hope
that
because
dog
Hope
Hope.
wouldn't eat it.
Hmm?
Hope wouldn't eat most of that stuff.
He ate everything. Did
No,
you?
because I remember the summers that I was there and I was responsible for feeding Hope. There were moments where she would look at me like, "Really? You think I want to eat that?" And she would just
No,
walk away.
that dog ate everything.
She ate
That
some of
dog,
everything.
that dog was
That
when
probably
she
is why
died.
she lived so long too.
Nah, I don't know about that. Because when she died, she was pushing 80 pounds.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was
huge.
she was pretty big. Her stomach
She was a little bit.
dragged
Yeah,
the
she was
ground.
huge. She was
She was
so big
so
she could barely walk.
sweet. Yeah.
And she eat everything. Grandma would just throw it out there in the dog bowl. She eat everything. Like, Grandma,
Oh
dogs ain't
man.
supposed to be eating spaghetti and
Especially like
lasagna.
5-year-old spaghetti or 5-year-old lasagna.
Yeah, yeah. Grandma didn't throw away nothing.
She did
She
not.
didn't throw away
And then she would try to get you to eat it.
nothing.
My my favorite see that brought up so many other memories that I have forgotten about. I guess I suppressed as a
You
child.
you talk about were you there when she cooked that chicken?
I don't know. What
I don't
happened
know
with
if
the
you were there.
chicken?
Yeah, you were there. You were there because Blessing was there, and grandma cooked some chicken for Tony,
Oh, yeah.
and that chicken was like, oh, the servant was like, "Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this chicken?"
Oh my
Because
goodness.
nobody want to say nothing, right? And servant just walked down.
He
He said, "Where'd you
always
get the
said
chicken from,
something.
Mama?"
He was the only one that
Chicken
could
ain't with
say
you.
something.
That chicken had so much freezer burn on it, boy. I tell you what. So, and Tony was like, man, I ain't gonna eat this. I said, man, don't make grandma mad. You better do something with it. He's like, hey, man, I just can't eat it, man. Let me get to the dog. I said, man, it's too much. I'm just like, dude, it was
It was
like
a
a
whole
five,
chicken.
six chicken wrist. No, it was like several chickens. I don't know. It was like a whole bag of chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Why would she give him all that?
I don't know.
For
But
one
what we
person?
did, now we threw it away. I, it was going bad. Well, it was already
It
bad.
was already
She was
bad.
trying to get rid of it. So she was like, I'll just cook it. Because her thing's like, if it's going bad, I'll cook it and it'll last a little longer. I can put it
Right,
back in,
right. Like when you cook it, it does a reset or something. Like, no, it doesn't work that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, uh, so me and Tony would act like we ate it, but we threw it away in a secret trash can in the back.
Yeah. Did she ever
Because
know about
remember,
that trash can? Did she ever
no,
figure out that it was over there?
that was the whole point of the trash can.
I was just curious if she ever caught wind of it. But you guys,
No.
you know what? I always remember how you used to have her cook this special dish and then you would disappear and then I would be stuck sitting there trying to figure out how to throw it away. Cause you remember her house used
Oh,
to have that fence. And it was
yeah.
like I would like sneak out, throw some out, and then come back to the table and like put more on my plate.
She,
And they're like,
yeah,
"Oh,
she
this is
cook.
so good, Grandma." I used
She
to
cooked.
hate you for that.
Oh, what was it?
Something with cabbage.
Yeah, yeah. It was a Japanese dish.
And it used to be good, but when she
Yeah, yeah. It used to
when
be
she
fine.
started substituting
Grandma,
stuff, I was like,
yeah,
"Grandma,
yeah.
can you stop
When
putting
she got all
spaghetti
the
in it or
yeah
taco
when yeah when
taco
she got
stuff or ranch
that taco
dressing?"
meat, yeah, taco meat and ranch dressing and spaghetti noodles. You
Mm-mm.
be like,
Dressing.
this ain't this ain't salad.
Yeah, she would put salad and
You
stuff
know, grandma.
too.
Yeah, she would.
I remember that time
She
she made
would.
a lasagna and she was saying how you need to incorporate more greens in your diet. And I was like, but you put lettuce in the lasagna? And it would have been a good
Yeah,
lasagna too.
yeah. She made one for me. It had like a green bean and corn melon in it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Grandma, come
Oh my
on.
gosh. Well, we could go on and
Oh,
on and on with
this
stories with
okay, but
grandma. We have
but
we have our
but to be
special
clear,
guest has
but to be clear,
arrived.
grandma used to be a really good cook.
No.
But when she get yeah, when she
No.
was yeah, she used to be
No.
pretty
When?
good back in the day, back in the 80s,
Oh, see, I wasn't even around then.
80s. Yeah, she was a good cook. She was a good cook.
I
But
think mom would debate you on that. Let's put a pin in this conversation. I feel like we need to
all
finish
right,
this up. So
all right.
you want to
Talk to
introduce?
Tony.
You want me to let him in?
Yeah, go ahead and let him in.
You want to introduce him?
Yeah. Okay.
Or
Everybody.
or we could do this.
Uh,
We can do another segment of you introducing him later for the podcast.
no, what do you do?
Okay. You want me to just let him in?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tony Walker.
All right, he is connecting.
That was that was very anticlimactic. We still working out the bugs, people.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I hadn't came on yet. He said Ewalk 032.
You know, show you.
We
Yeah,
can hear you.
we can hear you. Hey, there you go.
Hi.
My man, 50 grand, Tony Walker.
Yes. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Good. How
All
are
Doing
right.
all
you?
right, man.
Welcome.
Doing all right. Hey, Tony, this this
That's
is
good.
this is my sister, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you too.
Right. Need more light. It's yeah. Can y'all see me? I'm a little dark, ain't I? Let's see. There we go. That
Yeah.
help out?
Hey, yes sir, yes sir. So how's everything going?
Man, it's going pretty good, man. Enjoying life, doing this music thing and trying to keep busy. At the same time, being a husband and a father. You know the routine.
Yes sir, yes sir. So you got any gigs booked for this year?
Oh man, we pretty loaded up. We start off next month actually up in Gary, Indiana. We have it's an anniversary. We're doing a private gig on March the 13th, and then we really crank. And then we got another one in June, I think it is, right? And August is our biggest month. We like busy every weekend in August with the August extravaganza, music on Main. I mean, and then we have little things that we do in between. So we try to stay pretty busy. Yeah.
Good,
So
good.
for those that may not be aware of the type of music that you do, can you kind of explain what kind of music you are? I mean, you do, and
Yeah.
how you go about doing it.
Yes, we are mainly an R&B band, but we also do pop, and we also do accordingly what the audience want. So when we are hired times, depending on the occasions. You know, we kind of flip it up and give you what you want. We got a couple of weddings that we do, and a lot of people request different songs, you know, in different genres. So we're pretty flexible. We jump into the country scene if we have to.
Oh, fun. So I have a question. How does a heard that? You all right, Mark?
This man said country. Well, yeah, well, you know. Hey,
What's wrong with country? Music is music.
Yeah, you gotta make it.
Moves
You gotta make it. You gotta make it happen. I'm telling you.
That's right.
You gotta make it happen.
That's what we do.
So I'm
Make it
curious
happen,
to
man.
know how an NBA player goes from football to NFL. Sorry, I'm not a sports person.
All right. I'm good at that too.
Oh, okay. Good. You're well rounded, clearly. So
Yeah.
what drew you into music?
Well, you know, actually, music was first. I started off in music when I was in the 6th grade, and started playing the trumpet in the band. And I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and so it was like a music city, music neighborhood that we was in. We kind of took it. You know, I can remember walking home in the 6th grade, and I would see older men sitting on their porch playing their instruments, you know. So I was like inspired, you know, at a young age. And also my daddy is a pianist, you know. So and it started then, and I was in the band all the way up until I was a senior in high school, and I decided to play football. It was just a weird thing that happened. And how that happened was I was walking home from band practice one day, and some guys was playing football. They asked me to play, and I put my trumpet down and I played with them. And I didn't think nothing of it. But the next day, I'm walking in the school, and everybody's saying, the coach is looking for you. The coach is looking for you. And I'm saying, you know, I'm thinking I was in trouble because, you know, back then, you know, the coach was a disciplinary.
Yeah, looking for you. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm avoiding the coach all day. You know, I'm trying to dodge him. And finally, somebody snatched me around my shoulder and pulled me up against the wall and said, "You Tony Walker?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Come on in my office." Now I'm thinking, what have I done? What have I done? But he pulled me in the office and he said, "I want you on my football team." And I said, "Football?" I said, "Coach, I don't know nothing about football." He said, "Oh, yes, you do." He said, "Those guys you was playing with yesterday," he said, "those are my best players." And they said that they couldn't tackle you and they couldn't get past you, you know. So I was like, wow. But he gave me a permission slip, and I took it home, and my mama tore it up. She's like,
those mamas, I tell you.
yes. She said, you're not playing on football. And so my junior year passed on by, and then my senior year came around. You know how we get a little rebellious. We kind of start doing things our parents don't want us to do, you know. And so I was walking down the hall, and I saw the coach, and just something clicked in my mind. I said, "Hey, coach, my mama said I can play." he said, "Really?" He gave me another permission slip, and I had this girl forge my mom's name.
Oh.
Yes. I was going to football practice, putting my trumpet in the locker every day, putting my trumpet in the locker. My mom thought I was at band practice, but I was at football practice. And so she didn't find out until the first game. And
what? Wow.
I went down.
So what? So what did she say when she figured it
Hold
out?
on. She didn't find out to the first game.
First game.
That's impressive. I must give you credit for that.
Thank you.
That's quite impressive.
I know your mom was like, what is going on?
My
What
mom
is happening?
Right. You know, I got a big mom, like 6'1", you know, and so she was at the game looking for me in the band, and looking for me. I'm down on the field. So the band at that time, they started pointing down on the field. And I turned quick ball, and I saw her looking. And at that time, coach was like, "Walker, you're in," you know, like I ran in the game. You know? And so she started hearing my name over the speaker, Tony Walker on the tackle, and she started kind of liking it. I looked up in the audience and I saw her clapping. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to get a whoop when I get home."
Oh, thank God.
Yes. And that's how it kind of went down. So I ended up playing my senior year and got a scholarship, you know, to a 2-year school down in Mississippi called Itawamba Junior College. So I didn't want to go, of course, but my mom persuaded me and told me she was going to get me a car. So I hurried up and signed that scholarship. Went on down.
She bribed you well.
Yep.
And so I went down there. When I got there, one of the questions that they ask you, what is your major? So I didn't have nothing but music background. So I told them music, and so they was like, "This is kind of weird. We never had a football player to major in music because it bumps heads so much with the things that we have to do, to qualify to get the music degree. You got to go to a lot of ensemble, things like that when the football team be going out of town for the weekend, So I kind of maneuvered around that and everything. I would have some of my band colleagues give me cause we had to, on Monday, we had to bring in a little brochure that said that we went to this ensemble, I said, y'all get me one.
Yeah.
So they would give me. So, and I kind of worked it out, and it worked out fine. And then I played there for 2 years, became a junior college All-American, and so I got another scholarship from there to Southeast Missouri State University, and I went there, and same thing again. Still continued my major, still played football. Then I became a All-American there. And just kept at football, and I just kept working hard. And the next thing I know, here I am getting drafted to the NFL, So I was like, wow, it just was a dream come true because I never really had my mind set on that goal. My thing was I was really wanting to do music. I really wanted to be a college band director because I was intrigued about, at halftime, all the designs they be making out on the field and things like that. That's what I was really intrigued about, So that was my goal. But football kind of took me on a whole different turn. And so I'm getting drafted, and I wasn't going to turn it down. But my knowledge of football was very limited, by me starting so late. So when I thought that the Indianapolis Colts was drafting me, I didn't even know who the Indianapolis Colts was. I thought that they were some small league team. I didn't know it was the NFL, because they hadn't been an NFL team. Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so when they drafted me, I was sitting there in front of the news and everything, and I'm on the phone with the lady, and she's telling me, congratulations, we just drafted you in the 6th round, 148 picked overall. And I wasn't happy at all because I didn't think, that it was an NFL team. So I leaned over to one of my friends, and he was like, which team? And I said, Indianapolis Colts. And he jumps up and started screaming and hollering. So I'm like, he's happy, I'm wondering
Man, I love that.
about this little minor league team, because I didn't know. So finally, I said to one of the guys, I said, who do they play? He said, man, they play everybody, Dallas Cowboys and everybody. I was like, oh, so I got excited then. I was like, oh, okay. Yes. What a crazy story. I know it's crazy. Yes. So go ahead.
So knowing now, what advice would you give a rookie coming into the NFL, knowing what you know right now?
Good question. Knowing what I know right now, one thing I would tell him is to take the game serious, because when I was playing as a rookie, it was almost like from college to the pros, but it was still playtime. It wasn't like a real job. You know what I mean? It was a job, but in my mindset, I've been playing for 4 years in college for free, So now they're paying me to play, but I'm still got the mindset of a college player, So my advice would be to take the game serious and also treat it like a job and a livelihood, because that is exactly what it is. I mean, it turns into, from playing football, into a job for playing football. Take it seriously, study your playbook, get rest, lead the partying along, Settle, you know what I mean? Find you a good
Yeah.
woman, settle down. That would be my advice because I've learned that the guys that were married, they had long careers. You know,
Mm,
longer careers than the single guys because the single guys was at the club every night. You know, you,
Yeah.
not getting their
you go from
sleep. Yeah.
to all of a sudden you making all of this money and you're not used to it. You're able to buy your mom a house, you buy your kind of car you want, and you just got money to flourish. So you're at the mall every day. You know, you're out to eat every night, and
Yeah.
you're at the club and you're closing the club. So, but the married guy, you know, they had a little bit more discipline because they had a woman and a family, so they was at home getting their rest. I can remember a couple times going to practice, and it was like I went from the club to practice. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're tired, man. You know, and so that's what be my advice for the young guys is to take it seriously, uh, and really study your playbook, work hard, and get plenty of rest. And then you'll be fine. Everything else will fall into place.
Okay, that's good advice right there. So I
Yes.
know you do. I know you're involved with the retired NFL players.
Mhm.
I know you're involved with that, and I know you're involved with a lot of charities as well. Can you touch on what charities you work on? And
Yes, we do. With the NFL, we do a lot of charities, golf outings. I do a lot of things with the kids. It's a Camaro club that I do. I go to the east side of town because a lot of times when I was actually playing football, they were only send us to the promising school. You know,
mm, yeah,
you know what I mean. It was like the school
yeah,
didn't really need us. You know what I mean? And they didn't send us to the school that was really needing, the guidance and the help from guys. And that's what I do now. I go to the small schools. I go to uh, I can be driving down the street and I see a football team out there practicing. I park my car and I get out there and I give them some advice and the things that whatever I can help them out with because I can remember when I was a kid and I wasn't playing football, but it was just so important, that to have someone of an NFL status to come along to kind of show you different things is just so important. And the kids never forget that. I've met some kids years ago that now is grown that I still keep in touch with, that I have helped along the way and things. So it's just so important. And also it's really important to let them know that you are human. Because see, one thing kids look up when they see the NFL, they look at a goal they feel like it's unreachable, and they feel like these guys are like robots or they're special or they're born with an S on their chest.
Mm,
yeah,
They believe and they don't talk like we do. We can't, they're so special. They don't come around, and that's one thing. I come around, I shake these guys' hand, let them know that you can make it. You just have to do differently what everybody else do. You got to do more than what everybody is doing. You want to try to make it in the NFL because it's like a marathon race. When the race start off, everybody's grouped together and they're running. Now the ones who separate themselves from the group and run harder and continue running harder are the ones who makes it. So you have to do something different. And so I just push them to let them know that. But I also I play sometimes at the nursing home. I go to the nursing home and I do what they have a little live day on Fridays where they give them a glass of wine and they give them,
oh, okay.
yeah, and then I get a chance to entertain them for about an hour, playing and singing to them, and they love it. They love it, and that's just part of just giving back, because that's so important. Oh, and they look forward to that day. Oh man, they be fired up. You got
The wine. I think it's the wine.
what? Yeah, yeah. I
The
hate to be the
wine.
bad news, bro. Get the
And the
wine,
music
dog.
too.
Get the wine first, and then the music.
And then the
Yeah,
music. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
yes.
But
So
but
think. Mhm.
let me tell everybody this.
Okay.
Okay, I knew Tony played instruments, right? So I was like, okay, he might dabble, what I'm saying? And then I heard the brother. I was like, man, this dude bad. I mean, I saw him on the piano. I
Right.
don't know if you remember this. It was at the job,
Okay.
and you started playing. I was like, man, this dude can play. And then I heard you play the trumpet. I saw a video of you playing the trumpet.
Right.
I was like, man, come on, man, come on. This dude has got too much talent, and and when I heard you were putting a band together and stuff like that, I was like, okay, let me peep this out. Let's see where this goes. And then I saw a video of y'all performing. I was like, come on, man, this man bad. This is a bad man.
I appreciate
I was like,
it.
come on, man. Yeah, it made me proud. It really did. It made me really proud. I don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know?
Like we cousins, or something. But it just made me proud. It was like I was proud. Like I know this dude. I was so proud to have somebody who had that much talent.
Wow.
To be known for a long time is one thing, but then there's other talent that you've always had prior to what you know for comes up. It's like like I know karate. I also know jujitsu. So I mean, you're just a bad man, man. You're just extremely talented, man, and I'm just so proud of you, man. Like I said, I don't know why, but
because he's doing great things. What do you mean you don't know why?
Yeah.
You know why. You recognize true artistry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm trying to claim him as my own.
There you go.
That's my play cousin over there.
I say claim him.
That's my play cousin.
And he's doing good things, giving back to the community as well. Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
This band thing.
Yeah, I saw. I saw an article of you doing something, and I think you were. I know something to do with kids. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I need to be doing something too. So I started doing bike rodeos over at the Boys and Girls Club over off Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that once a year, man. And so I can say, man, you were the inspiration of that. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. And this band thing, it kind of started was, because I play at church. I go to Love Fellowship, and
Love Fellowship. Love
our bass player, yes, all right. Had asked me and my wife, because my wife sings. Of course, she's my lead singer in the band. And so.
It's a family affair. Okay.
Yes, family affair. That's right. He had asked me to do. Me and my wife want to sing in his band. He had a band. It's called Ground Zero. So we said, okay, we'll give it a try. So we went to a couple of his rehearsals. But while I was there, I was just peeping out everything, like looking around, like, okay, this is how this is. And I said, I can do that, And so I never went back to a rehearsal. I was done because I had my own mind made up. I said, I can start my own band. And that's exactly what I did. And I sat down one day at a table, and I was just playing with, first thing I need to do is come up with a name, And I was just messing around. I wrote different things down. I was like, halftime band, no. Third quarter band, I was like, no. And finally it hit me. I said, second half band. Second career, second half band. So I wrote it down. And then I Googled, and I saw there was another band called Second Half Band. And I was like, oh man. But then I said, you know what? There's not a Tony Walker in the second half band. So that's that's the way I came up with it. And then I just started recruiting people, putting ass out and start getting my players, and I got some great professional players that have gone with me, and we've been together now for this is a little over 3 years, and man, we're doing great, you know, and I'm just loving it, loving it. I also played the national anthems on my trumpet for NBA. It's ABA. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
very
go to that sometimes and things like that. And then on October the 4th, I'm playing the national anthem on my horn for the NFL. We have a golf outing up in Noblesville, so I blow that down every year to start that off. So that's kind of a big occasion. A lot of celebrities be there. It's really nice.
Okay. Which golf course is it in Noblesville? Do you remember? Is it Pebblebrook
Say it
or
again.
is it Sagamore? Is it Pebblebrook or is it Sagamore?
Sagamore. It's Sagamore.
Sagamore. Okay. Yeah.
October
Yeah.
4th.
Let me know when you if you guys do it this year. Let me know.
Yeah,
I'll come out there. Yeah.
I'll let you know the time. I'll remind you as the day get closer. But yes, it's
Okay.
October. Mm-hmm.
October the 4th.
Yes, and then we have and I'm gonna invite you guys out. We do this gig. It's in Beach Grove. It's called Music on Main. It's in August. I don't have it. I had to ask my wife. I'm not good at my memory, all that concussion and football stuff. So she kind of keep me where I need to be as far as remembering, you know. But I invite you guys out to come to that. It's a real nice family event. They shut down the entire city, the whole street. And so they have a lot of venues there, and we're the main band. You know, 2 years ago, they canceled it last year because of COVID, of course.
Yeah.
Year before that, we were the opening band. And so we did so well, they invited us back. So now we're the main band. And so
there you go.
Yes.
Oh, man, 50 grand.
To come out and check us out. It's be a nice family.
Okay.
Family.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on the spot, man.
Okay.
What is your favorite song to play?
Oh, you took my question.
Bam! Cause you're late.
No, I'm gonna tell Mom.
I have so many, but I tell you what song that I really love, that I like the band that we play. It's such a joyful song that we play it it's our last song every time we gig. And we actually looking for another song to replace it because we play it so much, but it's such a joyful song. It's called Lovely Day.
Oh
yeah!
Why? How could you replace that lovely song?
Yes, such a man. I tell you, when we crank that song up, everybody's smiling. It's just such a joyful song. It's a perfect song.
Such a good vibe. Yeah.
Good impersonation of people, you know. So I got to say that's one of my favorites so far. And we've been trying to replace it for 3 years, and we can't find one that on.
Nah, you can't.
That level, that vibe.
Nah, you can't. Yeah, you can't replace Lovely Day. Bill Withers is the man.
Yes,
it's a hard one. Yeah, it's a hard one to replace, and everyone. It's a universal song that's recognized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember I asked you one time. I said because I think you were playing the gig somewhere, and I was like, "Hey man, are you playing the Grace Jones song?" And you like, "Yep."
Yep.
And I was like, "All right,
come on out." Yeah, and that one was August extravaganza. We doing that again this year too, and that's in August. It's pretty nice too. I'll let you guys know about that one. But I remember you asked me, do you have any Grace Jones song? And I was like, I was thinking like, which ones do you, and I asked you for a couple of requests, and that's what we do. We like to, if it's something that we don't have, our musicians are so talented that we can, wow, man, we one day we got it, And so, and that's what we do. We try to give the people what they want to hear. And so we all over the place. We got a good versatile band. The guys in the band, I mean, we have one of the best bass players there in the city, and she's a girl.
There you go.
Right up. I love that.
Yeah. Yes, and so I mean, it's just awesome, man, and we loving every minute of it. I got a group. Don't get me wrong. when I first started, I've had different players along the way because you got to find that right person to really fit in,
Mhm.
you know. And some people you'll find out don't like to practice, you know, they feel like
Mm-hmm.
gigs. And the thing is, what I learned by going to that rehearsal with the other band was I noticed that in going out and seeing bands at clubs and stuff when they're playing, I used to notice that after a song, it gets kind of dead. And that's the guys we turn around and trying to figure out what else song they want to play and what key they want to play it in. And I was saying, you know, I don't want that to be my kind of band. You know, I want to actually put on a show. Now, when you guys pay y'all money to go to a Chris Brown concert or Grace Jones, whatever you go to, they put on a show. And that's my goal with my band. And the only way you put on a show is you got to practice. You got to get to know each other well, and you got to plan. And that's exactly what we do. We are nonstop. It's like one song, bam, we bam, right into another song, right into the next song. We don't have a dead spot. And that comes with practicing. I think, and that's what's help us. We keep our band. I think we just on a high level right now, and we're gonna keep it going, you know. And that's what we like to do.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing up and sharing your story. It's interesting that you started with music and then you are right back at it.
Yeah. It is. Isn't that
Yeah.
something else? Isn't that something and you had a career in the middle.
Yes.
Yes.
You started and then you into it. Yeah,
And
man. That's definitely
God is good. I give God all the glory.
love.
You know, and I think it is. You put a lot of hard work into something, God will meet you halfway, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what it's about. You know, and
Yes, he will.
I've just worked hard at it, and He's just been a blessing. And I'm on cloud nine, and thank God, you know, for the NFL. It was like it was planned with the NFL because it was like I'm able to retire at a young age. Now I'm able to do my music. Got time to.
Yeah.
While I'm still young, well, kind of young, but I'm hanging in there, still ticking.
Nah, you still young, man.
Oh man.
Hey, Tony Walker ain't number 12 years old. Look at
12? Wow.
Yeah. 13.
13.
He doesn't want to be 12. Want to get the teen in there.
Just got the teen in there. Yeah. You guys for having me, man. This is awesome. Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. We really do appreciate it, man. And let's stay in touch a lot more often, man. We kind of, you know,
right. Yes. And anytime y'all need me on the show, hey, just holler. You know I'm here. I'm belling for you, Mark. Because we was going to do that one thing you was doing. I think it was the bike show again. You remember?
Yeah. We playing it again this year. Last year was we had like a little late start.
Yeah.
So this year we playing it right now. So it's definitely gonna happen this year. I'll definitely let you know, bro.
Let me know, man. I'm all in. All in.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you too, Nicole.
Nice meeting you too. And I'm excited to follow your journey. I really am. Yeah.
All right. My pleasure. My man.
All right.
My man right now. That's my man right there.
I think the feeling is mutual.
Yes, sir. All right, Tony, man.
My brother. All right.
I'll holler at you later, man.
Okay, have a good one, y'all. Peace.
You too.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Man, talk about a journey.
Yeah.
Started with music. That story was just, I was not expecting that story about how his mom didn't know. And then too, it just goes to show you how you have talent and how God uses you and moves you in your life to help support you in your purpose. Like it's just such a beautiful demonstration of that.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, it just also goes to show, you know, whatever your true passion is, it never really goes away. Yeah. And to be able to turn that passion into a life.
Yeah.
A career.
A career out of both of them. Yeah.
It's never worked. it's always love, and
That's why you have to tune into your authentic self and know and stop trying to be other people and just be you. Because when you show
yeah,
up and you're just you, God will give you the right people to help push
yeah,
you and propel you.
and you can tell how comfortable he is. He's just
And he loved, like, you can just see, like,
you can see it.
the
Yeah, you
joy
can just see it.
rising. Like, he just
Yeah,
loves what he does.
yeah.
Loves it.
I just hope one day I can get to that point. I
Okay,
just
well,
hope
then
one day
why? What do you want to do, Mark? I feel like we need to have a coaching session.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Real talk. What,
Yeah,
like, what is it that
yeah.
you want to do?
You know what? Honestly, what I want to do, I want to buy a house on the marsh in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah,
Hmm.
the marsh. Okay, so
Yeah, right there
specific.
with a
Love it.
right. But the marsh is right where it meets the
No,
ocean.
no, no. It's
Right
good to be very specific when you like.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Savannah, Georgia, on the marsh.
I want to have my little studio facing the ocean,
What kind of studio?
and
Just
uh,
a creative
uh,
studio.
yeah, just a studio. I do a lot of painting, and maybe make some music or do
Just create.
whatever,
Yeah.
interpretive dance, whatever I want to do. But and
Would love to see that part of you come out because I have
it's like,
never seen it. Oh my gosh. What are you? A tree? Are you a tree? Or are you the
I'm a
marsh?
tree, I'm a tree, I'm a tree. But yeah, and drink a drink a nice bourbon, sipping on a nice bourbon, listen to some
That's
music,
all you want? You're ready for retirement is what I hear you say.
and just paint. I'm saying retirement. I mean, I would like
Yeah.
to I would like to express myself creatively for a living. That's
So
what I
you
love to
would want to be a creative. I should show you my painting that this year I've committed to doing like a painting that I just go to when I'm like stressed out and just kind of
do.
see the evolution of it. Should I show it to you?
Oh, so you got a Mona Lisa basically.
I guess.
I mean, that's what Da Vinci had. I
This is
mean,
like like you can't really see it because of the light.
oh, there you go. Yeah, I see it now.
So it's like the base of it. Um it started out black.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you
It's
have been painting on that a while.
it's a white canvas and cuz I started painting it right around when Uncle Thurman passed. Like I had
Mm.
set it up before he passed and then he passed and I was like I just want to paint this black and I was just painting it black and I was like this doesn't suit me so I painted it white and then I added bright colors to it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of going through my Basquiat phase right now for some reason. I have no idea why. I can't get it out of my head.
So what are you doing to create?
I got 3 canvases in the garage that I have not touched yet. I keep
Mm.
telling myself I'm gonna get out there and do something, but
What's keeping you from touching it?
I don't know.
Time or just
I think indecision.
that's the
Indecision.
hardest thing as an artist, like creating is allowing yourself to release and just paint and put on the canvas and not
Right,
judge
right,
it.
right, 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 right.
Yeah, it's really hard. And also too, something that's really hard as an artist is to know when to stop.
Yes, that's my biggest problem.
Oh,
That is my
really?
biggest problem. I I have to. There are times where I just literally have to just put the paintbrush down and just walk away. I'm done.
Hmm.
Walk away. I won't look at it for like 3, 4 days.
Mm. I
I'm done.
I remember I can't remember this painter. I follow her on Instagram, and what she does is she has a start date and like a end date with her pieces that she creates,
Hmm.
and she just has to be done by that date, and she just walks away from it. And I will say she has the most interesting pieces. Some of them are unfinished. Like you can tell they're unfinished, but because she sets that time frame, she just honors the creative process. And honestly, I like some of the works that are not finished, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So those usually the best ones because
Yeah.
it's not overstated. It's simple, generally simple, and that's one of the things I think artists need to really understand is keep it simple. The more complex it is, I mean, it's
Be overwhelming.
well, somebody will pay good money for it if it's complex because of the complexity.
If that's what they're looking for,
But
yeah.
but if you want to be famous, if that's what you really want, you gotta keep it simple.
But is that the point of creating for you, is to be famous?
No, no. But what I'm saying is that if you want to have something,
But see, I think it goes back to what we talked about being authentic. And I think you have to paint in a way that speaks to you, that moves you.
yeah.
And not focus on being famous.
No, I'm saying if you want to be famous,
But I
you
think
have
there's
to keep it
different
simple.
paths to being famous. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Don't you
mean,
think?
there's this female Japanese artist. I can't say her name correctly, so I'm not trying to butcher
Is she the one that has the installations that are touring? Were touring?
Yeah, she was sure. Yeah, she's the one that does the
Yeah.
little dots, the circles. She does the little circles. She has some very complex paintings, and then she just started doing these little circles, and now it's just like, boom, blown up, just the circles. And then there's another artist who does the circle with the dot in the middle of it. Just blows
Yeah.
up.
I think
So
the art realm is, you have to find people that your art speaks to, because there's some artists that their work just will not speak to me, and they're famous. And there's other
yeah,
ones that, I'm sure if you flip it, the people who like the artist who doesn't speak to me, there may be another famous one that I just like, is like my spirit animal, and they're famous too. So I think it's just about being authentic and being comfortable with sharing your art too, because I think that's something that a lot of artists struggle with, is sharing their artwork, because it's so personal.
yeah, they don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
They want to be judged.
And there's so many emotions, and your energy is tied to that artwork that you created.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It could be gut wrenching at times. Sitting there and just wringing your hand if you ask somebody. And, oh, excuse me. And
Yeah, we're boring
you
him
know what
now.
what really kills me though is it's not even people that I know or people whose opinion I really hold to a high esteem. It's just random people I ain't never met for my life. That's the one that hurt the most. You're like, what is that?
Does it?
And you're like, oh man, really? You didn't
You gotta get to the
get
point where
that,
you don't care. You didn't create artwork to please everybody.
No.
It does sting
But
sometimes, especially when you put so much time and heart and effort into it, and it's like, really? Do you really think that about my artwork?
yeah. But I mean, it's par for the course.
Why can't I
Yeah,
see you? Are you on your phone?
yeah, somebody called me. But
Well,
yeah.
I will send some vibes out to the universe to help you move closer to getting your Savannah Marsh house. So are you by yourself in this house?
Nah, there's some
Is
people
there
around.
okay. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up today's
there's
podcast.
somebody cutting the grass.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding. We don't have grass.
Not on the marsh.
Other people, we have marsh.
And gnats and mosquitoes.
But you know what was funny though? It's like the house in my vision is very detailed on the outside.
Have you written this down?
And my studio. But the rest of the house, extremely bad.
You really should write that down, because that's one of the most important things when you're manifesting things and trying to actualize things, is you got to write it down. Because when you keep it in your head, your ego has a say-so with what you got in the head, because that's where your ego is. So you got to write it down.
I keep jumping from having a Maserati, a G-Wagon, or a Defender.
Because you keep it in your head. You got to like put it out on paper. Because sometimes when you see it, you'll get that clarity that you need to be like, you know what? Because I did that the other day. I thought I wanted an Audi such and such, such and such. And I was like, no, I don't want that. When I saw it on paper, like I actually wrote it down. I was like, it's not what I want.
Yeah, Audis, they're okay cars, but honestly, they're kind of boring.
I mean, I don't need a car that's... We have different desires in our cars. I don't need a car that... I'm in a city. I don't want like an expensive, delicate little car sitting on I-285 next to like an 18-wheeler. Yeah. Not moving. Not fun.
I want to get my forever car. My forever car is, I had one and then I wrecked it. But a 1977 Porsche 911. Carrera Turbo.
So that's the dream car that you want?
Not a dream car. It's just like my forever car. It's a car. It used to be a dream car when I was little. And then when I grew up, I was like, it's not so hard to get. It's a pretty easy car to get. Porsches are pretty easy to get. Of course, they have some models that are hard to get, that are definitely in the supercar realm.
I don't think there's any such thing as something hard to get. There's the power of manifestation that is available to you.
There is some stuff that is hard to get.
Yeah, I mean to some extent. Oh, yeah. But is that what you really want, though? Like, truthfully, write it down, because you never know. Yeah, I was listening to my sermon yesterday, and I remember the pastor saying, "Let God tell you no. Stop telling yourself no." I was like, "Oh, I do that all the time. Get out of my head!" Like,
get out your own way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So write it down. That's your assignment. Write down the things that you want.
I'm gonna do that tonight.
And send it to me for accountability purposes. I'm not even gonna read it.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Just need to make sure you do it.
I will. I promise.
Okay.
Promise. Yeah, what are we looking like on time? I don't want to go too far.
Need to wrap it up.
All right. Well, we had a pretty good show. We had our first guest.
We're so excited about that. And he was the perfect first guest to have, too.
Yeah.
Had an interesting story. He's trying to be like the true definition of a pillar in the community. Like, I never knew someone that fit that role that I could say that I had a conversation with, that I felt they genuinely cared about helping out the community, and seeing how excited he was to be living his life on purpose. Yeah. You can tell that man loves some music.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's really good at it, too.
And really I need to find out this nursing home that serves wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, where is that at?
That plays off the chain. Live
I've
music
never
and
heard
wine.
of that. Yeah. Talk
Yeah.
about,
But
but
yeah, that's Tony Walker. That's Tony. You know, he'll, you know, the whole pulling over, you know, just random kids in the park playing football. Yeah, that's Tony. Yeah, he's
we
a
need
really
people
nice
like
guy.
that. Yeah. Well,
Really nice guy.
we will have his information on our Anchor page or under the podcast
Yes.
details for those that want to listen to his music and connect with him, hire him. I did mean to ask him if he travels outside of.
Yes.
Okay.
He does
I
travel.
figured he would. Okay.
Yep.
So we'll include his
he definitely
information
will.
down below. Well, in the podcast episode roundup.
Yep.
Good chat.
Yeah. We had a great show. Great show. And next week, gonna be another great show.
Every show is a great show because we're on it. You better claim it. It's the Marc and Coco show podcast.
Oh.
Own it.
She's so modest. So
Modesty gets you nowhere in life. What did I just say? I'm letting God tell me no, not myself.
There you go. I hear you. I'm with you on that. I know I'm fantastic. You
are fantastically fantabulous.
Mm.
And I'm going to go tell Mom about that.
Girl.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Yep.
Another episode.
Yep. We had a great show. I can't. Yeah, great show.
So excited.
Yeah, a great show. But that's all I can say. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yes.
What I'm gonna say?
You're gonna make some loud noise.
No, it was a great show.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. I guess I am going to be responsible for closing out today's podcast. Thanks for listening, and we will chat with you next episode.
Yeah! I had to yell. I had to do something.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.